I'm about to tell y'all the story time I almost got stabbed, bro. Alright, so first, I gotta set the scene. So y'all wanna know how I almost got stabbed. First of all, you niggas didn't even ask how I made it out alive. Y'all just wanna know if I got fucking stabbed. But I'm gonna tell you niggas. It's actually a funny ass story. So actually, it has to do with the worst weed trip ever in my life anyway. So it's both, the same night. So boom. Right, let's get right into it. It's prom night, 2019. I'm in my prime. Hella bitch. Bro, I was just the back then. Now we ain't gotta worry about that facts, nigga. Y'all niggas know what it is, nigga. But boom. It's prom night, right? So boom. We went to prom, and I'm gonna give you the backstory because you need to know this. I had no food in my system. I had like maybe 1.5 chicken wings and some what's them Jones called? The little gold treats. What's the little crunchy, the crispy Jones? The crispy treats? Crispy treat? Oh, Rice Krispie. I had 2 chicken wings and a Rice Krispie in my stomach. What the hell is that? T-Tours? I don't know what that is. But boom. Rice Krispie. Yeah, I had a Rice Krispie. Boom. Rice Krispies in my stomach. And 1.5 chicken wings. So remember that. It's important about the story. So it's prom night. After prom, I'm looking fly. I'm going to show pictures too. I'm looking fly. So I'm driving my 350Z. We driving around. Right? Boom. We go to the Wawa. We go to the gas station. Right? My man had an Audi. I had a 350Z. And my other bro at the time, he was driving his dad's Challenger. We was racing down the highway going like 130 through traffic. Boom, we pull up to the gas station, right? We pull up to the gas station. My man, he leave the Audi on. He go inside the gas station to show us the 350. All right, but I'll show you the white 350, bro. So boom, he pulled up to the gas station. He leave the Audi on. I'm gonna show you my 350 too. I'm gonna show you videos of me going crazy, by the way. I gotta send them to me though. So we pull up, boom. My man leave the Audi on. He go inside, you know what I'm saying, do his thing. When he go inside, it's this white dude, right? I'm gonna show you how he was walking around. It's this white dude. He had like a beer in his hand like this. Move the camera up. I'm one of those visual. I really need to give you a visual. He's walking around like this, right? He look at my man Audi. He open the door. He get in. Just sit down. Boom. He just sit down, beer in his hand. He just sit down, beer in his hand like this. So I'm with this girl at the time. She sucking my meat while my man in the car. I had 5% tint, so you couldn't see. She sucking my meat. I like put her up like this. I'm like, oh. I look at the car. I'm like, I said, this is my man's car, right? She like, no, it's not. I'm like, bitch, it is. I'm like, somebody just randomly got in his car. And she like, no, that's not his car. So my man come out the gas station, right? Appreciate the follow, bro. My man come out the gas station. Boom. He make this face, he like, what the f? And I'm like, that is my man car. So I hop out the car, right? Because my man came up to the car, he like, bro, what are you doing, bro? The white he gets out the car, he's like just dazed. I guess he was drunk or something. He's like, bro, he's like, what? Or some shit like that. My man, like, at first my man was gonna let it go. He was about to get in the driver's seat, but he came back after thinking about it. He was like, come on, bro, I'm about to see you, bro. You got to see me right quick. So my man pulled his pants up, right? So you on hards right now, hopping out? Of course, my was bricked up. She was sucking my meat, I ain't gonna lie. So I hop out the car too, and I'm looking at this nigga, right? You know I had to pump fake right quick. I'm telling the girl, I'm like, I was really about to beat his ass, but I had to act like I was hard. I'm telling the girl, I'm telling her like, yo, take off my, I had a bracelet on. I'm like, take my bracelet off. And I'm like, bro, I'm really about to beat the shit out you, right? I'm telling that nigga, I'm like, bro, what the fuck, bro? You sitting in my man car? I'm really about to beat the fuck out you. The girl, she's like, no. And you know, niggas, they really hype us up when girls be doing that shit. Make an OnlyFans, ban him. She's like grabbing my shirt. She's like, no, somebody get in the car. She was getting my dick hard. You know, bitch be trying, you know what I'm saying? It be making you feel good when the girl's like, no, don't fight. Please, look at me. This is not you. I'm like, oh, shit. She's making my meat hard. No, I'm getting bricked. Totally low key. She's like, no, grabbing my shirt. I'm like, get on me, bro. I'm about to beat this ass. So, all of a sudden, I look down at that hand. It had a knife in his hand. It had a corkscrew on one side and the long ass blade on the other jump. Nigga pulled that shit so slick, I didn't even see him do. He was like this, boom. I'm like, what the? I'm still on hard body timing though. I'm still like, what the fuck? I'm like, what's up? I'm sitting there, I'm still like, what's up? Not worried about no little ass knife. Mind you, I had no strap or nothing. I just had these, right? So I had these. Pulled that joint out, still in his hand. He dropped his bottle of his beer or something. I'm like, oh. So I'm like, no, he's really about to stab the shit out of me. I'm about to die over this and this. Mind you, I'm the only one acting hard. My bro the other time that had the Challenger never got out the car. And he knew what was going on. The he was with had to tell him to get out the car. She was like, bro, get out the car and go help him. He came around the corner, swear to God, he came out around the corner, walked around, his hands was like this. Nigga was rubbing his hands. Nigga was nervous as hell. I'm the only nigga out there hard body. What's up? I'm straight like that on some real. Mind you, I'm about to die. Boom. The girl, she finally pulled me in the car. She's like, no, get in the car tomorrow. I'm like, all right, cool. Mind you, I made her start sucking my meat again. But boom, we pull off. We get the fuck out of there, right? This is the scary part. His man was watching the whole time. He was an old white guy, so his man was watching the whole time across the street. He just watching us beefing and yelling with this. I ain't even peep. And then he said something to him like, yo, get in the car. So we skirt off. We get to a red light. All of a sudden, I see some headlights coming behind us fast. Stop. I look, I'm like, oh, this nigga following us. So we head down the street. The light turned green. Nigga is on my ass, bro. Like, following me like this. Following me, you know what I'm saying? I hit the gas. That's when I had the 350, and it was a stick, too. So I'm taking off. My man had the Challenger. We gone. We make a right, a left. I'm drifting my shit. He had like a Camry, but his shit must have been twin turbo or something, because the nigga was on our ass, bro. It took a minute to lose this. Finally, he just speed off past us. You know what I'm saying? I had to pump fake for the girl, like, bro, let me grab my gun. I had no gun. I was thinking my mother whoop. I'm like, bro, let me grab my gun right quick. You know what I'm saying? I had no pistol. I ain't have a pistol. I ain't have a knife. I had nothing in that car except for these. Hey, bro, don't act like we ain't never pump fake with no. There's been plenty of times, bro, I was with a bitch. After I nutted, I made my man call me like he was beefing. I was with a white Joe one time. Oh, I had just bust that jump. She talking about let's just drive around. I'm like, I won't go home. I made my man call me and act like he was getting jumped. I'm like, all right, bro, I might come with the strap. I had to tell him like, yeah, you gotta get the fuck out. Home and went to sleep. But I had no gun in that jump. Look behind that jump. She trying to see if there's really a gun back there. I'm like, turn your motherfucking head forward. Don't worry about the strap. Appreciate the follow though, bro. So boom. So you probably like, all right, so where does the weed story come into this? Right after this, we head straight to go smoke. This is, I don't smoke. I don't smoke or drink. But at this time in my life when I was a senior, I used to smoke occasionally. So mind you, remember I told you I only had 2 wings. 1.5 wings and a Rice Krispie treat. Right? You probably like, what the fuck did I do anything? Remember I told you I had 1 Rice Krispie treat and the motherfucking 1.5 wings. My man, he cooked up an edible. Mind you, don't take edibles, bro. Please don't, unless you a heavy smoker. And he gave me, it was a Fruity Pebble jump. It was like a block like this. I tear off half, eat it. Gave it to the eat it. We had smoked a J before we ate the edible. I eat the edible. I'm driving around like, bro, I'm not even half for real. So then we end up smoking another J. We was in like this, 18 viewers, bro, it's crazy. We was in this like apartment room. Like it was these apartments and it was like this boiler room that people used to go in and smoke. It used to have all the mechanical equipment in there. So we smoking in that jump. She had just blew me too, bro. I was mad. So I'm smoking a J, had an edible, so I'm smoking 2 J's. Mind you, I was a once a month smoker back then. If that. Maybe once every 2 months. So I'm smoking. Boom. We walk out the room. As soon as we walk out the boiler room, the first thing, it hit me like a sack of bricks. I'm like, holy shit. I remember I looked to the right, I looked to the left, I look at my man and the girl I was with. I was like, bro, I have no idea where I'm at right now. Mind you, I'm tripping. So I blinked, right? This is the scariest part. I blinked, I had short-term memory loss. Every time I blinked, I was somewhere else. So I blinked, I'm at the top of the stairs now. And I had parked my car in the apartment complex, right? So I blink, I'm at the top of the jump. My man look at me, he like lightweight. I blink again, I'm like halfway down the street. I blink one more time, I'm at my car door. 3 or 4 blinks, and the car was at least like 400 feet away from where we were smoking. I'm tweaking. I'm like, oh my fucking God. I get in the car, bro, I take my shirt off, I get the sweating. The radio, it was some static playing on the radio. That was tweaking me out, bro. All I heard was shh. I had to turn the, I'm itch, bro. I'm flicking the fuck out like this and shit. Bro, I swear to God, it's a true story. I'm flicking the fuck out. I had to take my shirt off, right? I turned the radio down. I'm sitting here like, bro. I told the bitch, I look at her, I'm like, bro, I might have to go to the hospital. She like, no, bro, don't go to the hospital, bro. Don't go. I was greening out, yeah. She was like, bro, you don't have to go to the hospital. I told her, I said, bro, I think I'm about to have a heart attack. My shit was dum 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 dum. It wasn't even dum dum. It was dum 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 dum. I'm sitting there like this, like, bro, I think I need to go to the hospital. I look at the street is doing this. The only thing, it was waving. I swear to God. Bro, and the crazy thing is, I don't even think I was greening out, bro. I think I was legitimately like, I guess you could say green out is too high, but I really think it was giving me some type of bad effect. The street moving like this. So I closed my eyes like this because now I'm scared to look at the street. I like this, I'm like, oh my fucking God. I don't want to look at the street. So boom, my shirt off. I had to cover my ears like this because it was too much noise. She get to rubbing my head. I'm like, oh. I'm like, so much better. Right, she rubbing my head. So boom, right after that, I'm sitting there, I had the bright idea, cause my time was, I needed the munchies, no, I needed something to eat in my stomach. So I'm like, all right, you know what I'm gonna do? I went on my phone, right? I went on the clock, and I put a timer, cause my perception of the time was messed up. And I watched each individual second go down. I put a 35-minute timer on, that jump flew past in 30 seconds. I watched it for 35 minutes. Boom, I'm watching that jump, watching that jump, watching that jump. I'm like, fuck. Do it again. So I was in that parking lot for like 3 hours. By the time, and then like, so look, so you probably like, okay, how did it stop? So my parents called me at like 7 o'clock. And mind you, all that happened at like 1:30. It's like 6 or 7 now. It's still dark out. My parents called me, they're like, my mom like, where you at? I told her straight, I said, I'm too high to drive. All I heard was, where are you at? Send her the location. Them got there in like 2 minutes. Boom. They pull up. They put me in the car. And mind you, I'm like fucked up. I don't know where to go. Drive home. I had the best sleep of my life. But that's why I don't smoke or drink now.